Hey guys, welcome back to AGEX'S Outdoors. Here today we are going to test out a new product on the Woodstock 22 Avenger. I had this gun sent to me about 2 years roughly ago, and just this past fall I realized something was kind of going on with it where it just wasn't shooting as good, and the feet per second were dropping down and stuff like that, so it just didn't have the power like it did before. So I got in contact with Venturi and talked to them to see if they know what's going on, if it's something internally in the gun, one of the O-rings or something was going out on it, something like that. So I ended up getting a hold of one of them over there after being on hold for like a half hour. Finally, they ended up sending me a new hammer spring, which I guess this hammer spring is one of the newest hammer springs. And so we're gonna go ahead and chrono this gun and figure out how fast it really shooting. And we are gonna be shooting some NSA 23 grain slug 216, and we're gonna go ahead and do a 10-shot chronograph speed, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna set you guys up facing at me. I have my tablet out here right now, so we're gonna already have it hooked up to it. Like I said, once again, 23 grain 216 slug. So we'll go ahead and okay, here we go, guys. It rained last night a little bit, so we're having a little bit of issue with the table being wet. 995. 981. 974. 965. Okay, guys, so I currently just ran on the reg. The regulator, we'll talk about that here in a second. Okay, guys, so anyways, this hammer spring is, like I said, brand new. It is one of the newer model hammer springs that Venturi is now putting out or making. And when I got the hammer spring, I'm believing that this hammer spring is made for the new AGEX'S. And they sent it to me and they said, oh, it'll work, blah blah, and it does. But it took this 22 Woodstock Avenger to a new whole level, and I am only at 2 turns in from all the way backed out, so back it all the way out, and then 2 turns in clockwise, and we are at 2100 regged, and we're shooting almost 1000 FPS with the NSA 23 grain 216 slug. So we're gonna go ahead and look at our average here. Our average speed is 986 feet per second, extreme spread of 37, and standard deviation of 13 FPS. Now, we only took 6 shots, but we started out at 1002 FPS was the first shot, and then we dropped down to 997, 995, and then the first 3 shots were above the reg, and then after that we just took a nosedive. So we're averaging about 31.6 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. So with that being said, guys, I almost think that this hammer spring is probably meant for the AGEX'S and the new ones out, because this hammer spring is really tight, and if I turn it all the way in, we're pushing over 1,000 FPS, which it's crazy. With the Crosman Premiers, when I first put it in, we screwed it all the way in, and we were like 1275 out of it, and it just was too much. So I ended up backing it out, and we're in 2 turns now from all the way out. So anyways, guys, that's it. You're watching Airguns Extreme. I'll go ahead and take a picture of this chrono number, and we'll throw it up in the end of the video, so you guys hear some birds in the background. But anyways, guys, that's it. Watching AGEX Outdoors. We'll see you guys on the next one.